James Gallagher is taking on Roman Salazar at Bellator this weekend in Dublin. It's a weird card layout, but they do this every time. This is the UK time one, I think they're going with. So James Gallagher's taking on this opponent. It's a short notice replacement. I understand that because when you're a guy that hasn't got enough experience like James Gallagher's last opponent, you don't really want to risk taking a fight you aren't entirely ready for, because fighting James Gallagher isn't the same as fighting some other 9-1 guy. There's a lot of attention that comes with it, and if you lose, you're immediately discredited, because even though James Gallagher is 9-1, people still refuse to accept, because he sounds like McGregor, that he is in any way a good fighter. And I have no idea where this is coming from. I don't know why people seem to think he's fighting bums. For a 9-1 guy, you can look at some records, guys. Khabib. You can look at some records, Khabib. And when they have 10 fights, they're not fighting the level of competition that James Gallagher is at all. So I don't know what you want from the guy. A lot of the MMA community are arguing that, oh, he's been given gimme fights, he should be given a jump up in competition. Right, well, they gave him that and he got KO'd. Really badly. So he goes back to fighting decent opponents. I mean, you're talking Stephen Graham. Not the best opponent, 6-4. Coming off a KO loss, it's a decent guy. Then you give him Jeremiah Labiano, 12-7. That's a decent opponent, 32 years old. People don't understand. James Gallagher is 22. Like, that's me next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's already got 10 fights. He's been on the main stage. I don't think people seem to understand the amount he's going to grow between fights is going to be... I feel like this is going to be one of the first guys that sort of grows up in Bellator and then eventually makes the switch to the UFC afterwards. You know? Because you're damn stupid if you think that when James Gallagher gets to somewhat of a good ranking and the UFC calls him and goes, hey, we'll offer you this. Of course, anyone in their right mind, if UFC's matching your offer to Bellator, you're going to go to the UFC, because at the end of the day, you walk around, you tell everyone you're a UFC world champion, people go, oh shit. You tell everyone you're a Bellator champion, people think, oh what, you wrestle bulls on the weekend? Like, no one cares. It's not the same for the casuals out there. They want to hear UFC champion. I feel like James Gallagher's heading in that direction. For now, I'm okay with this. I am absolutely okay with him taking this fight. The guy he's fighting, yes, he's coming off a few losses. 12-9 experience, I guess, but he's had a lot of losses. I feel like James Gallagher is going to go in there and get a relatively easy win in the first round, but he's selling out arenas. He's only 9-1. You're talking, I mean, Darren Till was, what, 17-0 before he really even fought, I think, before he even fought Donald Cerrone, like 15-0 before he joined the UFC or some shit like that. There's a lot of guys that build up this massive record without fighting anyone at all. But because James Gallagher's got some attention on him, everyone seems to want him thrown to the wolves. It's such a... This isn't even a fight prediction. This is just another ramble about James Gallagher and how he's treated. I don't understand it. People in two different breaths will say, UFC's so stupid, why do they feed these young up-and-comers to the wolves too early? And then in the very next breath go, fucking bum fighting cans, when's he going to fight real opponents? And that's all it is. It's like guys can't be credited for wins unless they're beating world champions. It makes no sense. It really makes no sense. I feel like everyone's just a little bit biased here because of the way he talks. People want to see him lose, but I wish someone would just accept that. I know there's some people out there that do just accept that and say that that's how they feel. But a lot of people seem to think, not impressed by that performance, want to see him versus someone. But in reality, it's just like, wow, he got another win. I'm so sad because I wanted to see him lose. Let me see him lose against this guy. That's the translation there. People are wondering why he sounds like Conor McGregor. Because he's 22 years old. He was an early teenager when McGregor was on the come up. You know what I'm saying? He's like in the gym. There's literally footage in the gym and you can look up to this. I think he's called Jimmy Gallagher back then. Conor McGregor gives advice to James Gallagher or Jimmy Gallagher, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Gallagher or Gallagher? I'm not sure. But it's literally him about 15 years old, Jimmy Gallagher, or James Gallagher, whatever his fucking name is, sitting on a pair of steps, a flight of stairs, and Conor McGregor's just giving him information on how to do things, how to do this, what you're supposed to do here, keep grinding, you'll get better. And he's literally a young teenager listening to Conor McGregor give him advice for his MMA career. Of course he's going to sound a bit like Conor McGregor. Of course he's going to have some similarities to Conor McGregor. Of course. Okay? He's also from the same town. Yes, he wasn't born in the same town, but he's from the same country. I don't understand that. He sounds like McGregor. He's from Ireland. What is going on? I don't understand the hate. I really don't get it. He's getting attention for himself. Respect to him. He's making big money. He's a year older than me, and his bank account's probably about, I say, a good 100 times the amount that's in mine right now. I respect it. You know, even if I don't like you as a person, I can respect some hustle. If you've got a hustle about you, I can live to respect that. But, you know, MMA community is just not liking James Gallagher. I know there's some fingers crossed around the world that he gets knocked out again very soon. He's 22 years old. He's got 8 years till his prime. He's going to go far, in my opinion. He's already 9-1 at 22. That's crazy. Crazy. I was going to say something else, but I can't fucking remember it now. So, yeah, he's going to win this one, hopefully. And you should all be hoping with me, okay? Because there's nothing we need more than hype in lower weight classes. If there is hype around anyone in a lower weight class, you should be rooting for him all the way. Okay? So shut up. That's not to all of you either, that's just to some of you. I guess this was a prediction video. He finishes him in the first round. It was more just a sort of rambling about the hate towards James Gallagher that I just don't understand, really. See you later. Click that button there. Goodbye.